I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big.
He quickly and lit a cigarette while I was grabbing my head and trying to recover. I tried to suppress my inner embarrassment from her, and began to slowly come to my senses, coughing a little from the smoke of her cigarettes. Kiba Snowpaw, asterisk cough cough asterisk. Kiba Snowpaw, damn, how can I get rid of this headache? Eva, well, I advise you to drink any juice diluted with water, it should help. Eva, but there really isn't time for that. We should be at the station in 20 minutes. Eva, so go and wash your face with cold water while I finish my cigarette, and then we can go. Yeah, great morning. We left the bar, gave the key to the bartender. My head was still hurting. Eva felt great, as if she didn't give a damn about her hangover. Approaching the police station, Eva looked at her wristwatch and happily said, Eva, work starts in 5 minutes, great. Kiba Snowpaw, we should just check in and continue our investigation, right? Eva nodded and replied, Eva, as soon as we check in, we can safely leave the station. When we approached the entrance to the station, a policeman suddenly ran out of it. He didn't even pay attention to us and immediately got into the car. Eva, why is he in such a hurry? Are donuts on sale again? Kiba Snowpaw. Kiba Snowpaw, maybe something happened. Let's ask at the station. And it looked like something serious had happened. The whole station was in turmoil. Some officers were discussing something on the phone and some went to the exit with a weapon on their belt. Eva turned to a passing officer and asked, Eva, what is happening? What is the reason for this chaos? Police officer, where have you been? We were all summoned to the station half an hour ago. Police officer, the deputy mayor is missing. Eva, what? The deputy mayor. We saw him yesterday in the bar, accompanied by security. Police officer, that night he disappeared. I don't have time to explain everything now, ask the chief for details. Leaving the station, he turned around and said at last. Police officer, although, with your skills, I doubt you can do anything about it. Eva just clicked her tongue and said, Eva, let's go find out what's the matter. I followed her in silence to the director's office. Eva knocked on his door and walked right in without waiting for an answer. We went into the office. Our director was talking to some troubled woman before he noticed us and shouted, Department Chief, Eva, damn it, when will you stop coming into my office without permission? Eva, calm down, I just want to know the circumstances of the disappearance of our deputy mayor. He turned to the woman and said, Department Chief, as I said, we will do our best to find your husband. Department Chief, wait outside for now, Mrs. Grant, I'll sort it out quickly and we'll continue our conversation. The woman nodded, stood up from her chair and left the office. Eva went to the table, sat down on a chair in front of him and said, Eva, I haven't received any urgent calls. Department Chief, because I didn't summon you, you can understand why. Eva, HMPH. You could at least pretend you need me. Department Chief, although your help is not necessary, since you volunteered, I can give you some work. Department Chief, interrogate these witnesses. They have already been questioned by other officers, but they may have remembered something else. Department Chief, if there will be anything strange in their testimony, let me know. Then he handed her a sheet with the contact details of various witnesses. Eva ran her eyes over the sheet, and then said with displeasure, Eva, seriously. I should question the old ladies who saw him last night before his disappearance. Eva, I was hoping you would let me at least interrogate his guards or officials. Department Chief, other officers have already done this, and besides, do not consider it rude, I cannot allow you to interrogate the suspects. Eva, damn, do you have that terrible opinion of my skills? Department Chief, you yourself understand everything perfectly well. Now get down to business and don't bother me. Eva, you jerk. She stood up abruptly and said to me, Eva, come on, let's do this and get back to our investigation. Then we left the office, and then the station. It amazed me how badly everyone treats her, and how calmly she takes it. The boss's words were true, but he could at least try to hide it. Kiba Snowpaw, are you okay? The boss's words were harsh. Eva, I'm fine, you don't have to worry about me. Eva, like I said, let's go through this list for him and get it over with. We spent the next half day interviewing the witnesses, a bunch of people who saw the deputy mayor that day. But we achieved absolutely no results, no leads, not even the slightest hint. It is not surprising, the list entirely consisted of people who saw him in public, there was no point in their interrogation. Eva's mood became more and more gloomy and unhappy with each interrogation, she clearly did not like this work. I wondered more and more if I was mistaken to enter this place as an intern. Even though Eva was a nice person and I enjoyed spending time with her, these pointless assignments that we get because of her reputation. I can't blame her for that, she really has a reason to keep working despite all this. But why should I suffer from her bad reputation? And yet I tried to put these thoughts aside and help her as much as I can in these interrogations. We both collapsed on a bench near the last witnesses. Eva, so we wasted half a day doing a totally pointless activity. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Kiba Snowpaw, I don't think that it can be called fun, even sarcastically. Eva, fortunately, this is finally over. Since this bastard doesn't want to give me a normal assignment, we'll just continue where we left off. Eva, let's eat now, and then go to the station to draw up a report. The second part of the sentence sounded particularly bleak. After a quick meal, we quickly made our way to the police station, which was only a couple of minutes away. Entering it, we met the same lively station, although now there were much fewer police officers. Nobody paid any attention to us when we walked in, so we just sat down at our workplaces. While Eva was writing the report, I closed my eyes and began to think about leaving the internship with her and trying something else. In this area, I didn't want to betray Eva, but this day is already terrible, and the prospect of further investigating the missing bike. The idea of leaving became more obsessive, and if everything continued in the same spirit, I would definitely leave. But Eva, hey, Kiba Snowpaw. I turned around and saw Eva standing behind me. Eva, I finished the report, let's go hand it over to this bastard. Kiba Snowpaw, but why do you want me to go with you? Eva, to be honest, when I'm with you I have less desire to scream and yell at him. Eva, don't get me wrong, but with you next to me I really feel calmer. Kiba Snowpaw. What? Is she serious? Kiba Snowpaw, I don't quite understand. Are there any specific reasons why you are more comfortable near me? Eva, you always look thoughtful and make people around you behave more rationally. Eva, at least that's how it seemed to me, even though I have known you for so little time. It still sounds strange. Kiba Snowpaw, okay, if you insist, let's go together. She smiled even wider and led me to the boss's office. Knocking on the door, Eva entered again without waiting for an answer. The boss was sitting and reading something thoughtfully. But, noticing Eva, his face frowned and he threw the stack of papers from his hands on the table. Department Chief, Eva, I'll fire you if this happens again, at least on. Eva, I've heard that before. She sat down while I stood in the doorway, not knowing what to do. Director looked at me and said, "Department Chief, don't stand in the doorway, come in already." I walked in quickly and closed the door, then stood behind Eva. Putting his hand on his temple and starting to massage it slowly, he closed his eyes and asked in a calmer voice, "Department Chief, have you come to submit a report?" Eva nodded and said, "Eva, yes, to submit a report and once again remind you that you are a jerk." "Eva, you could have given me a normal assignment." Department Chief, asterisk heavy sigh asterisk asterisk. Department Chief, if not for your sister, I would have thrown you out of my station long ago. Department Chief, give me the report and get out of here. Eva reached forward to hand over the report, but noticed something on the top sheet that was in the pile. After giving the report, she quickly grabbed this sheet and began to read it. I also looked closely and noticed that it was a photograph of a handwritten note. But I could not understand what exactly was written there. Eva read it several times and began to shake nervously. Boss finally looked at her and asked, "Department Chief, what are you?" Eva, what the hell? Department Chief, you mean that note? The deputy mayor left it before disappearing. Eva got even more nervous. Eva, why the hell didn't you tell me about this note? The boss frowned. Department Chief, tell you about this note. Why should I tell you about it if you are not fully involved in this investigation? Eva, are you completely blind? Damn it. Department Chief, Eva, what's gotten into you? Eva, excuse, but due to some circumstances I will have to leave the city. I don't want you to be harmed, so please don't look for me. Even more angry, Eva asked in a strained voice. Eva, doesn't this remind you of anything at all? Have you forgotten? Apparently realizing what Eva meant, he sighed heavily and said, "Department Chief, calm down. We've already figured out what the cause was." Eva, are you serious? Do you believe that she walked away due to the stress of personal relationships? Eva, enough, we both know that someone kidnapped her. The director suddenly stood up and shouted, "Department Chief, I already told you then that this is the most logical explanation. Just accept the fact that she left us." Eva, let me guess, the deputy mayor also left because of the stress in his personal relationship. The director banged his fist on the table. "Department Chief, enough. I'm fed up with your conspiracy theories, get out of here." Eva stood up and said angrily, "Eva, you may have given up, but I intend to find out the truth." "Eva, give me the case file and I'll investigate myself." "Department Chief, you." He suddenly laughed out loud. "Department Chief, you're a loser who can't even investigate a missing bike." "Eva, give me this investigation." "Eva, otherwise, the FBI will find out about your shady dealings with illegal arms dealers." "What the?" "What is she talking about? How did it all come to this?" The director suddenly stopped laughing. "Department Chief, you crazy bitch, are you really going to threaten me with this?" "Eva, yes, until you give me this case." "Department Chief, and why should I trust you that you won't do it anyway?" "Eva, because I don't have to pick the branch I'm sitting on unless there is a good reason." "Eva, I will immediately be fired as soon as you leave this post." Eva, if you give me this case, I will give you all the evidence that I have and your secret will be buried.